Good evening and welcome to a special presentation of CHEK News at 10. As you've been watching throughout the evening, coverage going on in downtown Vancouver as the situation has worsened through the last few hours after Game 7 ended in Vancouver, Boston beating Vancouver. There's an ugly situation with riot police, tear gas, vandalism, and fires. We're going to keep on this throughout the evening and we'll give you national coverage as well. Right now, Jeff King is downtown Vancouver right now. Jeff, you've been in the middle of this since the game has ended. What can you tell us about what's going on there right now?
Well, Scott, to start off, it's just an embarrassment to the city, the province, and our country. I'll tell you what's going on in this city right now is just despicable. There's a major fire in the middle of Seymour Street right now. This is not in a parkade. Okay. There's something else going on around there.
This is something that's just starting to happen now.
There was a parkade fire, a huge parkade fire just, I would say, a half an hour ago, but I don't believe that that's what's going on around the corner right now.
When you first came out of Rogers Arena, what was obviously people were upset and there's a sadness in terms of losing the game, but at any point, when did it turn? Did you get a feeling this is going to go sour?
Scott, what happened is, in fact, when Paul Haysom and I walked, as soon as we walked out of the building, there were people concerned of people jumping off a bridge in that area. So there were some reports of people pushing and or jumping off a bridge in that area. So I'll tell you, it wasn't 30 seconds out of Rogers Arena when we knew there was going to be trouble. First intersection we got to, there was almost a fist fight between some fans and some people driving a vehicle, and then just as we started, you know, every step from there, you could just feel the tension.
Is there any sense at this point, Jeff, that there's any control happening there? Do police have any kind of control of the situation?
No, there's no control whatsoever. In fact, you know, the police were able to push people down Georgia Street now to Seymour, but, you know, we've been in this position now for well over a half an hour, and they just cannot get them away from Seymour and Georgia Street, and that's where this major fire is happening around the corner, and the fist fights just continue to break out right now. I just don't know how they're going to get this crowd to dissipate, and I'll tell you what, they seem to be getting even more angry as we get along here right now. So you know, I just don't see this thing ending. They're on the bullhorn right now, trying to reason with people and have them move away, but Scott, they are just they're not moving. In fact, it seems that the violence is actually escalating right now.
We were just showing some unbelievable pictures. First, I had seen them tonight. I guess Kendall Hansen, our photographer there, who's holding the camera now, got people just chucking chairs or whatever they could find into windows of stores. So overall, are you seeing a lot of damage there to just storefronts and property?
Yeah, there's times they've been picking up whatever they can, signs, breaking windows open, going into stores at that point. Yeah, I mean, they're tipping over anything they can. We actually saw a few other people trying to tip vehicles over, and some citizens walked up and stopped the people from doing that. So, you know, and as I said earlier, or at least I said in another report earlier, that these are not hockey fans, Scott. These are not the people that were in Rogers Arena tonight. These are punks and bullies, and these are not the hockey fans. And 80% of the people out here are not causing any problems. In fact, probably 90% of the people, but they just won't leave the area. So, you know, to help the police officers, a big explosion just happened behind us. So now it seems that back towards Rogers Arena, now the folks are starting to riot back down in that area. We've just walked up a flight of stairs that I think will keep us a little safer from the people right down on street level. And Kendall Hansen has just done an amazing job of capturing all this for us tonight.
Yeah, just to give people some perspective, again, you guys are live. You're right there at Seymour and Georgia, where something is going on behind you, and our camera guy.
Sorry, Scott. Yep. Another huge explosion right now, and you can see the crowd. You can see the crowd stepping back. So I would believe that it's another vehicle that they've started on fire, that the gas tank or something has just exploded. So the people are trying to run away from that area a little bit right now. Oh, and now there's another fire as we look about 2 blocks down.
Oh yeah, we can see that now.
2 blocks down Georgia Street now. So as I'm saying, like, this is a 6 or 7 block mayhem that's going on right now in Vancouver. I'm hearing from our producer right now to leave, but I don't think that that's the safest thing for us to do. So I think that we're better off staying right now. In fact, there's a police officer about, if Kendall can just turn the camera the other way just to give a vantage point of where we are, there are some police officers close by to us right now. So I don't fear for my safety right right at this moment.
Are there people there that are trapped? Do you think that just can't leave, or do you think these people are looking for this?
I met some folks that were here from China. The fellow barely spoke English, and he asked me if he could come back to our hotel room with us after. He and his young son are in town right now, and you know, Scott, they're just scared to death right now. So, you know, we may be taking these folks back with us because they're from Surrey and are staying in Surrey, and they need to get on the SkyTrain. And from what I'm understanding, people can't get. Well, now, Scott, the police officers on horseback, as Kendall can probably show you, the police officers on horseback are now in and dispersing the crowd down Seymour Street. So they've contained Georgia and Seymour. So Georgia, the area that we're at, is actually blocked off, and there's no people in this area. The police officers on horseback are trying to get the people to head down Seymour Street and take them away from the fire. And Paul Haysom joins me right now. And Paul, what is on fire around the corner?
That's a car on fire. It's right in front of the Hudson's Bay Company. I mean, the entire street of Seymour, I just took one look down at. There's about 3 or 4 cars engulfed in flames. And those bangs that you're hearing are actually flash bangs from the police officers. I was asking, what was those bangs? Assuming they were the tires, but they were actually flash bangs. So what the police will do is they'll blast one of these flash bangs, then move ahead about 5 feet, and that's their way to push these guys forward, because everyone runs backwards. Right. Then they move forward about 5 feet, wait till they contain them a bit more, and then have another flashbang. So sometimes it is a gas tank or something blowing up, but those loud bangs that you are hearing throughout this are the flashbangs by the police officers. But yeah, they're starting to contain Seymour, but as you can see, it's very slow and very slow going as this is continuing right down Georgia.
Right, and the other thing to keep in mind too, Scott, look at this push right now. Look at this push. Someone is going to get trampled for sure. I would be very surprised if people are not being trampled right now. The fire department is coming to get that fire out, but I would be surprised if some people were not trampled as they moved quickly down Seymour Street. In fact, you can sort of see someone injured that Kendall's showing us right now. So the police officers are coming in. They've got the riot police in front, and now they've got the police on horseback. So I would have to think they're just about to make their move to push this crowd down. I'm not sure why the fire trucks are in this area right now, unless perhaps they're thinking of spraying this crowd down or trying to back them up in that manner. But it appears to me, Scott, that something is going to happen here in the next minute or two.
I know I just got word from our control room that the mayor of Vancouver is going to be speaking shortly, and I imagine an emergency statement of some sort to probably try and encourage people to get out of town safely. We will go to that when I get word that he's going to be speaking. But in the meantime, we'll keep covering what's happening here.
Right now, here, Scott, he's been sprayed with something. I don't know if it was pepper spray or what's going on, but just hang on one second. Sorry, ma'am, what's going on back there?
They're clearing the streets in really violent ways.
They're clearing the streets in violent ways?
Yeah, they're like I mean, I understand that they need to do what's necessary here, but the Vancouver police and the riot squad are doing too much.
All right, thanks very much. There's just one person's opinion, someone that's walking by. You know, I would not believe that this group of police officers are doing anything other than their jobs this evening.
Well, we've certainly seen some violent images earlier on. Well, and obviously we're seeing the horses make a move now behind you, Jeff. And they've definitely been dealing with a lot of messy people. It definitely looks like that there's been a lot of drinking, and some people, to be honest, look like they were looking for trouble out there tonight.
You know what? Sorry, Scott. We're just getting some different reports from us telling us to perhaps get out of this area. I mean, there's a lot of smoke in here right now. That's the one thing, and I'm not sure if there has been some tear gas deployed or not. I'm not sure of that.
You know what, Jeff?
Yes.
Your safety takes priority. I think you guys should wrap things up and get to a safe spot. You've done an incredible job tonight covering it with Kendall Hansen and Paul Haysom. Incredible coverage, and we thank you for bringing us this story on an ugly night. But you guys need to get to safety.
All right, Scott. Thanks.